Okay.
You know what? I got the light. Might as well. I know it look like watermelon. You like, I don't give a damn. Oh, okay. So, back at it again?
Yeah.
Hey.
Free my music.
Hey, Jeff and Lex.
And we back at it again. Hey!
Nice.
And we back at it again. Hey!
Tell your friends.
And we back at it again.
Hey, hey. What's up, y'all? What it do? It's your girl, Lex DMUA, and my boy,
Jeffrey Taylor from JeffreyShowLive.
and we are back with another episode review of Love in Hip Hop Atlanta.
The movie award winning.
Woo, bro, they awarded that, baby. Don't sleep on our show. Y'all trying to call us ratchet,
They be
but
trying
baby,
it.
they won that award though.
Oh.
And the white folks was mad, honey. They was pressed.
Really?
Press.
Love and hip hop. Should have said Mona.
Right, Mona can't get no press. Cause nobody
Mona being a little petty, was she not?
Child, never got beef between Jersey Shore and Love and Hip Hop. Would it be real cute if somebody spark an idea and put all of them in the same house? Now that'll be good.
Look at you. You really be a Mona Junior.
I mean, come on, Mona. Girl, we both young, so that I could be a part of
Is
this
this the
group.
beginning of the crossover?
Right, get a little crossover chat, cause baby, they is beefing, honey. You got Jersey Shore talking about the Love and Hip Hop cast, cause baby, they was shocked that these black folks done won.
The
This
drags,
award. The
everybody.
drag queens,
Yeah.
the Edwards. Looking shocked. I said, you know what?
Bambi unbothered.
Bambi was unbothered. Y'all, that's what they should have had to speak. Because Bambi was poised. She was like, yes, honey. I deserve this award. Baby kind of walked up there. She had a nice little model straw. Her and skirt was just nice, cool, and collected. Karlie, on the other hand, acting a mess. I'm like, why y'all put on this skirt? Have Spice somebody else
That's
speak.
the OG.
I don't care. She don't know how to act. She like, oh my God. She said, girl, it's just a MTV movie award. Like,
Don't do that.
The one award should have done whatever to be watched like that.
Lizzo killed it though. Shout out to Lizzo.
Lizzo did kill it. She did
kill
the best.
it.
I'm glad. Black women on the rise. I'm here for it. So it was great. So, now our show's award winning. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
They're on the rise.
I'm excited about talking about this episode.
Me too. It was very cute. Very clever title, like always, Mona.
What was the title?
Red Flags.
Oh, is that?
Like Karlie Red.
I was about to say, is that what it was referring to?
Yes,
That was a little
R-E-D.
disturbing watching that.
Child,
Oh, that is clever, Dan. 2 Ds.
There with the 2 Ds.
It was
Like
hard to
Karlie.
watch at
It
times with Dr. Jeff. But he did a job, though. He did his job today.
Everybody go to Dr. Jeff. Stop going to this man, because he don't be helping nobody. Like, y'all all go to the man, still be having issues. It's going to either be him, Dr. Jen, or Dr. Drew. Y'all have them niggas on everything. Everything. It don't matter. Whatever show it is. If it's in New York, it's probably going to be Dr. Jen. If it's California, it's going to be Dr. Drew. And in Atlanta, it's going to be Dr. Jill. Pick some new therapy. And then they killed me. Did you see that they was at Georgia State?
No.
Yes,
that's
that was
what they was.
downtown, and it said, and that was the Georgia State.
Really?
Yes, downtown. I said, y'all know y'all lying. Mona, don't try to act like Dr. Jeff is over here. Dr. State got his office over there now. Stop playing with me. Stop.
So is that what we're going to start it off with? The biggest storyline for me of the show is Karlie Red. What's going on with her?
I don't know what the hell going on with Karlie. I mean, excuse my French, but I'm just saying, I don't know what's going on with her.
She was just scared and timid the entire episode.
Like, I don't know. So, like, earlier in the episode, you see her talking with Mimi and Sierra, right? It was
Sierra.
And then she's in the house, and they was talking about different stuff, and we set up the storyline about Ty and Mimi. And Mimi talking about
already set it up.
We see the lines. The dots started to connect. Anyway, she talking about something ever since Mimi done got back cool with Stevie J, that Ty been feeling some type of way. She been kind of distant, and she finally finna come back home from Israel. So, you know, it might be some trouble in the water. Then Karlie started talking about it. It was like, well, girl, what about you and Mo? And she like, girl, I just don't know. Like, we got so much stuff we got to work on. And he wanted me in the house by 2 a.m. And I don't like it. She was like, you know, I just don't know about that. And she went in Sierra and me being like, like, what's wrong with it? That's not controlling, friend. I'm like, all right, y'all reaching. First of all, I understand why can't you be in the house by 2 a.m.? What is you doing to be out at 2 a.m. all the time? Like, I get it. Like, if you got an event or whatever, that should be no regular thing. Like, I don't understand what the problem. I don't feel like that's controlling. I feel like that's just a show of respect. Like, I feel like that's how anybody feels. But, anywho, then Sierra tell Karlie, oh, I did meet Scrap. I just want to get this out the way so don't nobody try to flip it.
I love that, though. I loved it.
She like, I'm going to be honest. I met with Scrap at the other
And Karlie looked so unbothered.
She's like, girl, I'm in a whole relationship.
Right, I'm engaged.
I ain't got time to worry about no dirty Scrap, girl.
Scrap is there.
Everywhere. So,
which is true.
I mean, it is.
When the guys called them out for it.
They did. But
that was just messy, though.
It was. The whole episode a little bit messy.
Slick.
Karlie, so that's what they set us up at, and then she's like, well, I feel like with our issues, we need to work on this. And so, and then she tells Mimi like something like, oh, if you was a fly on my wall, girl, you would be shocked.
That's the things that
and the things that go on, and Mimi like, girl, what you talking about? Like, what do you allude? She keeps alluding to things
throughout the entire episode.
So that's why that makes me. I don't want to believe that stuff that's going on with her, but it's just like she keeps alluding to stuff and not really saying anything. So then we got Karlie at this fake diner or whatever, studying for her sexology course, and she calls and she already got that man set on her phone as my husband. Like, anyway. She got a phone call from Mo, and she's telling him that we need to set this thing up for Dr. Jeff. Right. So now they in Dr. Jeff's office, and Karlie is not acting like this normal Karlie that we see. Like, normally Karlie is very loud, she's very bubbly, she's very, most of the time, upbeat. Like, even though Karlie is messy, but most of the time, she's very energized. But like, her energy was like not like that at all in this office. It was so opposite. Like, she was basically like, you know, I just feel like when he gets mad, his tone changes. He turned into a different person almost. And she's like, he would want to be home at 2 a.m. And I just feel like, you know, that's controlling or whatever. And Dr. Jeff was like, well, Mo, like, she was like, well, because Mo was like, well, yeah, but he's like, but you, he said, that's fine if you stay after 2 a.m., but call me before 2 a.m. to let me know that you're going to be out past 2 a.m. He's like, when you call me, you don't call me until like 2:45, like 2:30ish, and then you call and say you not going to make it home by 2. He's like, if you call me before then, I'll be straight. And then I was saying, like, he's like, Dr. said, well, how do you feel about that call? He said, why don't you tell him before 2 a.m., Karlie? She's like, I'd be scared not to. I'm scared not to.
So what happens that make you scared, Karlie?
And then she like, it's just, nothing.
This is started throwing up or something.
And then I said, and this is why.
This is why they got the award.
Real talk. Cause Karlie, and I hate to be like that, but Karlie is a really good actor. Like, I ain't gonna lie. She be getting in some of these scenes. I was like, she just started, and like, she's like, and then Mo's like, cause Mo started to try to defend himself, and he like, nah, like, I don't know why she's saying this or whatever. And then next thing you know, she started getting upset. She's like, and then she act like she finna throw up, and even though we never saw her throw up, it looked like she just gagged, child. I don't know. And they get her calmed down or whatever, and then this is Dr. Jeff. It just seems, it looks like this relationship is tumultuous. These feelings that you guys have going on and these emotions are just too much. You guys really have to sit down and dig down and realize this, like, what's going on with your relationship. And telling all this bull, and Mo's face, and then Karlie starts to kind of allude that Mo might be abusing her, like hitting her. And I don't know if it's like, she basically was alluding to like some domestic issue. Now, I don't know if that's violent or is that emotional or physical or whatever. I don't know exactly what type of domestic abuse it is, but that's what she was alluding to. And I just think that was kind of strange because it's just like, I felt like when that came up before, like when the previous issue, like when she found out about the baby, like, why wouldn't you have the same energy? From what I've seen from cases of domestic abuse, the little bit I studied in psychology that I took in college, most of the time the women, like, she's always going to be very, like, kind of defensive, kind of protective, like kind of how she was in a therapy session. And then when she found out about the baby, she was very, like, guns blazing, like, I don't care, I don't whatever. And, like, I just don't feel like you would have came with that type of energy if you used to being domestically abused by somebody. But it could have also started
after that.
True, and that's what I'm saying, because I don't know the timeline and stuff, but just points that I'm thinking
about.
But
still, she never said that she was, so it's kind of like...
Yeah, or not, I mean, it's hard to say that, right? But it's just like, I feel like, why didn't this come up before now? But, like, I don't know when it started. So at least, if it is going on, at least she's trying to get help, and she's talking about it now, and before it gets worse. But when she started talking about different stuff, it's like his voice changes and stuff. I'm like, well, don't everybody's voice change when they get mad? That's what I was thinking. I was like, because I know my tone changed when I get mad. I thought everybody, but I was like, I don't know what you, stuff I'm saying, I don't know what she means by these things, but maybe it's not for me to get. Because like I said, this is girl's situation or whatever. But basically, when she started alluding to stuff like that, Mo kind of looked at her, to me, he kind of looked at her like, why you lying on me? Like, his face kind of looked like, all right, now, like, why you saying all this? I don't know if that because he like, nah, girl, like, you lying on me, or like, I don't want you to say that stuff about me. I didn't really know how to take it, but either way it goes, Mo was not too happy about that, about his business being spread, and Mo got up and got on. He was like, nope, not finna do this. He take his ring off. He lay it on the couch. He walked out. They trying to stop him. The security trying to stop him. And just left Karlie there. And that's when Dr. Jeff was like, well, you don't need to just accept a man just so you want a man. You have to really decide, like, if you really want to be in a marriage, to build something with somebody, and don't just accept, basically just telling her, like, don't be accepting, don't settle for whatever just because you want a man. Like, if you want to be in a marriage, that's fine, but, you got to do the work to take it, or make sure the reason is that you're trying to get married is right. Basically, what I felt like he was trying to say, but I don't know. I don't know how I felt about that scene. Something was a little odd to me about it. Something was a little off. I don't know.
I don't know. Some of these love and hip hop relationships, it's just the timelines and the Karlie history with man. It's just, I don't know. It's just, I wish her the best, but I'm still skeptical about Kendra and Jock and their relationship. Like, I want to believe Mo and Karlie. I want to believe these things, but they just poof. Last season, we was on something else. Like, with Karlie, and I know Mo wasn't around. She was with Sean Garrett, wasn't she?
Oh, yeah, she was.
So it's kind of like if Jock was with Karlie in the cabin, and it's kind of like, I'm trying, y'all.
I don't know.
I'm trying.
But like I said, also, and that's another thing, like her, like she said at the beginning, her and Mo's relationship is very kind of new, and it happened very quickly. So it's just like, sometimes, like, yeah, that's okay, and that's fine, but you do have to work through bumps along the way. Like, you just can't automatically, like, assume or automatically think, like, oh, because I want to be with this person, that this is gonna be like everything, like roses, it has to be a point to where it's like, okay, I love you, you love me, but we gotta work on some things, or some, like, they need to work on some things. But I would say out of all Karlie's relationships, this one with Mo seems the most authentic to me. It seems the most real to me. I don't know if it is, but out of all the Sean Garrett's, Life Jennings, everybody else.
Roscoe Dash.
Right, Roscoe Dash, everybody else. Like, this one seems, right, Benzino, this one seems the most authentic to me. Like, this one seems the most real out of any of her relationships.
Yes. But let's get into that Kendra and Jock. I mean, it really wasn't too much about Kendra.
It really about Jock's business, but
and Shekinah had a good episode as always.
Shekinah finna really be popping off in the next couple of episodes. But anyway, we see Kendra and Jock. They're at Shekinah's hair store. Like, that's how everybody really came to know Shekinah, because she was Tiny's best friend, but she also was her hairdresser, and she's done a lot of hair for like a lot of celebrities over the years. And so she has her own shop here in Atlanta. And so they was at her shop, and Shekinah was like, I mean, I ain't got no problem, doing your girl hair, but why she in at your hair salon? And I completely forgot about Jock had opened a hair salon last season. I forgot about it. After he had a little shoo-doo going on.
And was Kendra there in the back or what?
That's what I'm saying. Where was she at? And when they had the press opening last season, where she was at? An extra in the background?
One.
So many questions. Anyway, we're going to leave that alone. She like, why y'all there? And Jock starts to tell us how he not seeing a return on the business. He was like, I told her that we would be a partner, and I would kind of be somewhat of a silent partner because I don't really know anything about hair salon business, but business is business, and I know I'm supposed to have my money in my return by now. And she not promised of her promises, and basically saying that, the girl got a bad attitude, and that they went from having 8 stylists to 3. I'm like, dog, that's more than half your staff. What y'all doing over there? That for sure. I know I've been to a job that had quick turnaround, but it always be somebody else. Like, one person get fired, they hire somebody new. Like, ain't no big deal. But I'm just like, I don't know.
What you think about her attitude when Shekinah did visit?
What girl name?
Was it Sharonda? Sharonda?
Girl, I don't know. She like somebody's auntie, so I don't know. We're gonna call her Auntie Sean. Auntie Sean got a bad attitude.
That's how you feel?
She did. Like, first of all, Jock came up to the salon first. At least, and that's what I'm saying. At least Jock was low-key good business partner, because he could have really not told her that Shekinah was even coming, but he did. Like, he came up to the salon, he was checking out, and then we see all these people waiting. Hopefully they was real customers. One fake. They wasn't no extras trying to get on, you know what I'm saying? And Jock looking like, it was like 8, it looked like it was 8 girls there, and it was on the old girl, Auntie Sean, and some other girl doing hair. And I was looking at the other girl doing, I'm like, what is she doing over there? Like, I never seen no unit apply like that, but all right, I don't know. And you see her doing the other girl hair, and he got all these people waiting, and Jock, honestly, being a good businessman, he came up to the salon, he was like, hey, how y'all doing? My name Jock, I'm a partner, whatever. He was like, how long have you ladies been waiting? And the girl, one of them was like, longer than expected. He said, well, I'm sorry about that. We run a little bit behind. We sorry. Y'all need something to drink. Y'all, she trying to make the customers comfortable, and she just come in with an attitude. And it's like, ma'am, this reality TV stuff will affect your business. Like, this is a real establishment for real. And it's like, you acting like this. People gonna be like, I definitely don't want to go there, because she all of a sudden just like, why you bothering them? They was fine waiting. They was fine waiting, and you didn't leave them alone. And Jock was like, girl, what are you talking about? You the one. She said, okay, so what? I overbooked. So what? She would make it seem like it was no big deal, and that's not a big deal. Like, folks do not be playing about their time, and you be having to compensate these people. Because as a makeup artist, I have only booked for that one customer. Like, that's why most people have a deposit. You have to put a deposit down for your time, so in case you cancel whatever, these people ain't losing out on money. So if I don't put my deposit down, and then especially if you're trying to get a unit, that could easily cost you up to $500. And now you saying you running late or whatever because you double book, you act like no big deal, and I'm finna give you my money by $500? That's a car note. And you playing with these people. Like, these folks be ready to cut somebody out over anything, and you over here making it like it's no big deal. Like, double booking, that's a very big deal. And that's really unprofessional. And you not giving out no apology. You're not making up for nothing with the customers. It just looks like bad business. I was like, ma'am, she had a really bad attitude. And Jock was just kind of like, he tried to talk to her. He told her that, he said, well, I'm going to try to get somebody that's going to come in here and assess the situation, try to get us some help. Because this right here, he said, I just don't see what I'm seeing on my return. And she was like, well, you don't know nothing about the hair salon business, and this is how we do it. She going off, and Jock like, all right, whatever, man, cool. I'm gonna send my homegirl up in here, and we just gonna assess the situation and go from there. So then Shekinah comes in, and to me, I felt like Shekinah did a good. I felt like she did do a good job. Cause like I said, Shekinah know what to do. Shekinah come and she like, hey, and the girl like, my name's Sean, whatever her name is. And she was like, Shekinah was like, Jock sent me here, and she always saying, all real, get an attitude with Shekinah, like talking about so. She was like, well, if you want to help, you can answer these phones over there. And Shekinah like, girl, ain't no need for all that. But Shekinah did do good. And she was like, you need a receptionist. Like, how are you keeping customers in if you ain't got no receptionist? And she was like, well, we looking for people, whatever. She was like, okay, but even while you looking for somebody in the meantime, you need to at least have somebody here for the time being until you get somebody new. Like, you can't just have it like this. So she kind of starts grabbing somebody. She like, where the towels at? She was like, what you need done? She's like, you need a blowout. She helping them or whatever. Then she sit down with Auntie Sean, and she like, girl, what's going on? Like,
and I saw a different side of her when they did a sit down.
What you seen?
I seen her being like a manager. Sometimes in management position, you have the corporate not knowing what's going on in the shop, and they just hounding you and never having anything positive to say, and that she's overwhelmed. But it's still not justified because she doesn't have the best attitude to justify why she's overwhelmed. It's kind of like, it's just off balance a little bit. Like, I could see she was working hard, but it seemed like she's running the people away, potentially.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm kind of like, ugh. Like, I know you got a lot on your plate, but you kind of created it.
Right.
So
you created the mess that you in.
I don't even think her explanation to why she
really didn't give Shekinah
like
really
Jock having females in, it didn't have anything to do.
Yeah, that's what
for me.
Like, Shekinah asked you what's going on with the business. She asked you what's going on with Jock. She
Right,
talking about
tea.
Well, she did ask her like, what's wrong with y'all business relationship? Because it just seems very tense. So I get that, but it still was like messy. Like, it was like, instead of it being like, well, him as a partner, I need this from him, business wise, and I need for this to happen, this to happen, this to happen. She started telling Shekinah like, well, he be blowing these stylists' head up and making them feel some type of way, making them feel special. So then when they come in here with me and it's time to do business, they be feeling like they don't need to do it, and so that's why they leave, because he be doing stuff that somebody in a relationship shouldn't be doing. That's what she told Shekinah. Shekinah's like, well, all right, girl. She was like, well, I done did what I can to do. I'm going to tell Jock everything that you just told me, and I'm going to let him know. And she talks to her. When her and old girl sat down, I felt like you was saying, but I also felt like you said, like, sis, you made this mess yourself, like, and Jaceel.
That's what everybody calls him.
Everybody keep calling her now. He just wants to see his money. It's like, but you're not giving good enough reasons. Like, if that's the issue, then why don't you go with Jock and be like, when you do A to our stylist, this makes the work environment very difficult for me to work with, because you have given them unrealistic expectations about what the reality is of the store. If that's what's going on, you need to talk to Jock about that. But it's just her approach and her attitude just make it not want nobody really to work with her. And I can see where Jock coming from. All right, so
your favorite storyline of the show.
Kirk and Mother effing Rasheeda.
Hey, Jasmine got her confessional. Don't do her like she not.
And Jasmine, whatever. So
and Kelsey voice.
Girl, the less they can show Kelsey the better. Anyway, so Jasmine meet up with Rasheeda at their little bar and bistro they working on.
Okay.
That ain't one thing. At least I can say they do be about their business though. Kirk and Rasheeda do know how to make money. I don't know what they be doing. Well, I do know where Rasheeda have her line and stuff. Now I don't know about that deal of entertainment and like we ain't say nothing from them. But all I know is the people know how to make money. Okay, so they working on her and Kelsey doing some paint swatches for the Kirk bistro thing or whatever, and Rasheeda has taken upon the advice earlier in episode by Stevie J Of all people.
Stevie J really just slid his way back into the season.
He really just came
like, really?
Like, nothing happened.
Right. Like, you wasn't gone half of the season.
That's just how Negroes do. They love to act like nothing happened and just slide right back into your life, child. Anyway,
was that good advice?
I feel like it was, but again, like he told Kirk and Rasheeda need to be a part of these conversations.
What you doing with us?
Kirk over there playing in trees and stuff with Stevie and them, and Rasheeda and Jasmine meet up, and so then, cause Rasheeda thing is like, you know, the thing about, that's not really Jasmine's fault, you know, thing about Kirk texting her, whatever. She was more upset about the Instagram post that was made after the episode where Rasheeda was kind of, and Rasheeda tried to low-key act like she didn't question that girl's motherhood, and that
was what I was a little upset about. I'm kind of like, Rasheeda, you backpedaling, like,
real
take ownership, because she took ownership for posting it,
she sure did.
You still belittling her because she's younger and
right, like you wasn't young with kids your own self. Like,
she's such a hypocrite.
Right. I was like, so she meet up with her and she telling Jasmine, like, you know, I don't appreciate you blasting us out on social media or taking us to social media instead of basically like coming to us or whatever. And Jasmine was like, okay, I get that, but it was just that I am young, and sometimes when I'm upset I do vent on social media, but that was because I felt like you was trying my motherhood. And then Rasheeda backpedaling and talking about something. No, I didn't. Like, I was just saying in general, like, things that I was assessing, like, oh, he in Pampers, so, you know, that's something we gonna work on. That's something else we gonna work on. But that's not how she said it. Or maybe that's how the edit came out. Because that showed up this thing, like it was saying. It sounded like you was kind of like, oh, like, because you was like, he's still in Pampers? What's that? That don't sound like that doesn't sound like positive criticism. That doesn't sound like something that's constructive. So you was coming for that girl's motherhood for real. Stop playing. But like I said, they basically squashed it very easily. Like Jasmine was like, you know, this is the type of communication that I want. Like, I really am not about no drama. I'm really not trying to do anything to y'all marriage or whatever. I just want open dialogue like this. But when I talk to Kirk, he makes it seem like you're the bad guy. He was like, he makes it like, oh, well, all these issues and these concerns are coming from you, Rasheeda, and that's how he presents it to me. And that's what she was like, well, I guess it is good that finally it dings in her brain that it's a good idea for her and this girl to communicate face to face, because you know your husband ain't no good and he twisting words between y'all. So, or he's not doing that yet. But it could lead to that if y'all don't have open communication, which is why all three people need to be present anytime a conversation happens, so nothing don't get tied between this one and this gets construed this looking this way.
And they always talking about I'm grown. I'm like, you're not acting grown if y'all still haven't met up together. And
right. Because it don't make no sense. But I'm glad she finally did meet this girl and talk to her, because that's what it's going to take for them to build a healthy co-parenting situation.
I agree.
And Kirk and Rasheeda have to admit their own faults and work with this girl. Despite however the baby got here, the baby is here. So this is y'all decision. This is up to y'all and y'all responsibility to do this right. That's how I feel.
You want to talk about the boys?
Yeah, the boys.
I don't know what too much to say about them. I mean, they had their little activities.
They did. They was in Dunwoody playing on some type of, it looked like a zip lining thing when you climb different levels and you zip line to another tree and you do whatever in the tree. It looked fun. We should go one day, friend.
Okay.
That sounds fun.
I
can do it. I like it being adventurous sometimes. I don't like to do outdoors like that, but I can do it for a little bit. But anyway, the boys are doing this thing to celebrate Scrap being free. So first you got Scrap, Stevie J, Kirk, and Jock. And then they immediately hop on Scrappy and they like, yo, you know what's up, young boy? You know, we glad you out.
They're being messy, honestly.
Especially Stevie J. Like,
they were just spilling tea.
They jump into this man's life and was like, oh yeah, like I heard you trying to knock down Sierra. He was like, Sierra? He was like, nah, I'm just checking out the waters. I'm just testing out the waters. Like, I ain't really trying to, you know, get with old shawty like that, not yet. And then they was like, yeah, that's what you always say, but then you was with Monique.
They was going down a list.
Like, then you was with so-and-so.
You was kissing Tierra on it.
Right, they was like, you was kissing Tommy on IG Live.
Tommy, what you and Jock had going on?
Tommy, then Jock was like, nah, cuz we really
I was just trying to get back at
Right, then Jock was just like, I was just trying to get back at Karlie. I thought we had squashed that at the last
reunion. The confession was like, can we just let the past be the past?
Right, like, why we breaking up my own junk? Like, y'all ain't got skeletons in y'all closet. Y'all trying to jump on
Stevie J is the main one since he came by, stirring the pot.
Like, sir, shut up. Like, you ain't got your own stuff you been doing.
And what? I just don't get how Stevie J just came in like he's not married, don't have baby Bella, don't have, like...
We did see Eva at the beginning of this episode. So, when who was it? Bambi and Scrappy, Stevie J and Mimi and Rasheeda and all them linked up or whatever, and they was talking about different stuff, and that's when he's trying to seem like the good guy back then. So anyway, at the boys' retreat or whatever, I guess they said, you know what, the girls are always out doing stuff together. Let's do something with the boys. And I did like that. It was a nice change of pace. I did like that. Too. But then they get on the Jock and they're like, Jock, you know, Karlie engaged, you know what I'm saying? What about you? Are you engaged?
Kirk brought that up.
And he like, well, he's like, he's like, well, I wanted to, but like, what's stopping me is, she said she don't want to have kids. Oh, and I'm glad Shekinah caught him out there because earlier in the episode, Shekinah was talking to him after Kendra had left the shot, even though her wig was still a messed up in the front of me. But anyway, she was talking to him and she like, boy, that's what you gonna let stop you? Like, this is a grown woman. This girl she a lawyer, she a good woman, she nice looking, she ain't got no kids. You don't know how she feel on the other side. And Jock, and she said, like, you got 8 kids. What you talking about some more kids? Like, that's really ain't nothing stop you from proposing to this girl. That's just you making up something in your mind. Like, he's like, don't let that stop you from proposing to that girl, cause she a good woman. Just cause she won't have no kid, Jock, you don't know how she feel, cause she might feel like you gonna do her like you did the rest of your baby mamas. And then what she like she getting pregnant by you, and then you done got all the other women pregnant, you do right by them. So you don't know how she feel as a woman. So I was like, Shekinah was on point with that. And so that's the excuse he give the boys and the dudes. They even looking like that's really like an excuse, like, because he doesn't have no reason not to propose to this girl. And then while they out, Jock get a phone call from Shekinah. And Shekinah going off like, that bitch got an attitude and she gonna run for me like, I ain't got time for this, da-da-da-da-da-da. And she was like, I'm trying, bro. And that's how Jock convinces her to go back inside after she done helped with the work day, to go back inside to go really have that heart-to-heart with old girl. And they like, Jock, like, old girl sound like a bitter ex. Like, what, you done knock her down? And Jock like, nah, man. Deny that. Nah, I don't think he did, because she looked too old for Jock, to be honest. She look a little old. So I don't think Jock done slept with this woman, because she don't really like his type to me. But who am I? And he like, no, I promise you I ain't done nothing with that girl, with that lady. He was like, I don't know what's going on. She got a bad attitude, and really, I'm just looking for my money, man. And then Kirk over here taking pictures on his phone, told us I gotta prove to Rasheeda where I'm at. And I had open communication with her, and he's like, she found out about the stuff with Jasmine texting me, so they meeting up. And that's what Steve was like, boy, I told you early, need to be all 3 of y'all. You don't never let the women sit there by themselves or whatever, behind your back or whatever. And Kirk was just like, well, it's too late now or whatever. And it was just like, child. So the boys were just spilling tea among the treetops or whatever. And they was talking and gabbing or whatever, and then Scrappy came later on, but I can't remember what he actually brought to the scene. I don't think he brought anything new up to the scene. Besides, maybe what they talked about earlier when, like I said, all the parents had met up together at Trampoline Park, and they was all trying to give advice or whatever, and Mimi was like, how dare you, Stevie, try to give these people advice when, if it wasn't for Faith, you and me wouldn't even have no good communication. So what you talking about? And so basically that's all Scrapper really was talking about and really brought to this scene with the boys and the trees or whatever. And after that, really, honestly, it was boring, so.
Let's wrap this show up, Alexis.
Oh my God, you talk about things going left, honey. I ain't never seen that go so left in my life. Woo, BK try to come to Sierra house.
To see his dog, you missed
it. To see his dog, because Mimi and Karlie brought that up earlier. They was like, but what about you and BK? Like, you still got the dog. Is Sierra like, girl, that's my dog now. Forget him. Like, I'm good. I'm living life and everything, whatever. Like, I'm straight. But BK is like, nah, I want my dog. I ain't seen my dog. So me and Sierra start talking. But really, my real reason for coming is because I miss Sierra. Even after everything that happened at the cabin, I still miss her, and I kind of want her back. So he tried to come over there and try to sweet talk her, and baby, I learned. Sierra was like having it, honey. Sierra came to the door, girl like blazing. She was like, "What you want? This ain't how this work. What you mean? Why you come over here
Came
for?"
to see his dog.
And he was like, "Nah, that's my dog. It's just over here, so I don't know what you're talking about. Like, it's my dog now. I don't know what you're talking about. Why are you over here? This." And then that's like, you know,
disrespect gets me with disrespect.
I'm first of all, I feel like she was being that disrespectful, and second of all, you're a man, so you should have enough. You are a man, so you should have enough withal to just leave. Like, you grown man, like, what are you sitting here doing tit for tat for her for? You should have just walked off. This thing, you know, BK started, because like she was just like, I ain't trying to have it. I don't feel like she was disrespectful. What BK said was disrespectful. Because they said, you know what, I came over here to let you know you a slime. You talking about I'm a dirty person. I do all this. You the same as me. And you da-da-da-da-da-da. He started going off. Sierra started going off. Like, I don't know who you think you talking to. Because I don't know. I made you. I put you on. I put you on. I'm like, first of all, neither one of y'all put each other on. Because, baby, we ain't know neither one of y'all for y'all came to this show. We ain't know about no BK Briscoe. We ain't know about no Sierra either. Like, we ain't know neither one of y'all niggas before y'all came to this show. So what y'all talking about? Mona put y'all on. That's what y'all need to be saying. Y'all arguing about shit. So I put you on. You were nothing without me. You broke. You this. You that. You
at it.
She go in and he like, you already should. Back up on my face. Back up on my face. And then that's like, you know, she like mushes him with her hand.
Where security came from?
Came from out of nowhere, grabbing BK, pulling him. I was like, this is much. Y'all so dramatic. Y'all know we do that all the time to the end. Now I ain't saying I don't think about to hit nobody, but like a little mush, like that ain't really nothing. But I was like, this too much. Like, this, I was like, what? And clearly that went so left. I guess BK was just not ready for that reaction from Sierra, so he didn't know how to react himself with the same energy. And Sierra still was not through after he left the house. So then we go cut back to the boys, and I don't know who phone it was. Next thing you know, Sierra's on live going off. You a broke nigga. You do this. All you do is use women. This all you do. You ain't nobody. You ain't nothing. I done fed up. And they like, dawg, Shawty really fed up. And then they was telling Scott, well, you need to make sure that she really done with BK before you really start. And Scott was like, bruh, ain't nothing going on me and Sierra. There ain't nothing but a conversation. She let me know what's good. Like, it's whatever. Like, I'm not really in. We not in deep into nothing yet. So, like, ain't no big deal. That's what Scrappy came in. Because Scrappy was there too. He's like, dawg, Shawty sound like she fed up. Like, she tired. She's like, I think she talking about BK, ain't she? And then that's what Scrappy brought to the table. And they was all like, yo, Scrappy, just make sure everything's straight before you hop in this with Sierra. And Scrap like, hey man, this is still new, so ain't no loss on my part, even if it is, so it's whatever. But it looked like BK and Sierra is damn weak. Like, I don't really see like why they need to get back together. It seemed like Sierra is over it and like really moving on. She really not stand him, so I don't know. Relationships are hard, so I don't know. I guess breaking up is harder. I just didn't really see that. I really thought like after Sierra told BK that she cheated, like most men like they're not really good at taking a woman back after finding out something like that. So the fact that he even showed up to her door like trying to get her back, I was a little shocked by that because like I said, that don't happen all the time. But people always expect the women to do that, but they don't expect the man to do that. So I did feel like that was something that was a little bit refreshing because we want to really see that. Because he's saying to be over it and was like, you know what, I'm ready to have you back. But clearly Sierra, like, I'm done with this. So we shall see in the upcoming episodes about that. So, yeah. Too much. Jeff?
I thought that Red Flags was a good episode. I thought that they had a lot of drama. And next week's episode,
they had a lot of
my
setups.
girl Aqua V and Pooh coming back. So
everybody know everybody. They linking up. I brought your fire. Since when?
I love that boy. Ever since it's kind of like, why? You about to make me his why?
I'm done.
The bullet in her hands. You be having these. Aqua V around one. She bad, man.
You know it. I let you know, like she going next week's episode. We got Akbar going head to head with
Shekinah.
Two
heavyweights.
Why they always be talking over these microphones at these events? Like, why not just roll up to the person after the event over with? Why you trying to talk to the person while the event going on? Like, cause that's the same thing Tokyo did. That's the same thing she did with her in Tokyo at the other event. Like, she always start beef over the microphone. Like, if you really about it, approach the girl afterwards. So, cause apparently Shekinah was talking to a dating Akbar V's baby daddy. It's like, girl, that's your baby daddy. What they got to do with you? But I guess we'll find more about that next week, child. That seemed like the biggest thing I seen happening next week.
Mimi.
Woo, look at you. Improv money. You gotta get yourself in order, Jeff.
Coming back from Israel.
Oh, time. Oh, yeah. I hope we get into that. All that drama that popped up on social media. When her and Steven got into it on social media. That was interesting. So it looked like we finna get into a little bit of that drama.
Right. And then my girl, Young Jock, his baby mama.
Oh, yeah. What her name? Sienna.
She coming back to still. Mona keep a check, right?
She love that man. She ain't never let that man go. She be there after every relationship. Because he done told the baby mamas that he finna add a new one to the bunch. He finna propose to Kendra, and they like, boy, stop lying. And then the messiest baby mama, Sienna, whatever her name is, meet up with Karlie. And Karlie like, well, I heard, because then Shekinah didn't, I guess Shekinah didn't keep her word. Because she didn't tell Jock what old girl said about him messing around with the other girls. She go tell Karlie, and Karlie end up telling the baby mama, and now it's finna create a whole mess.
I'm ready.
I guess. We'll see. We'll be here next week.
We will be.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if y'all have any questions about my hair, my makeup, my clothes, you can DM me. I will give you all the information. Normally, I do a post on when we do videos about the details and stuff. But I see a lot of people be having questions. So if you got any questions about anything, just hit me up. You can hit me up on Instagram, Lex DMUA, Facebook, Lex DMUA. Yeah, and that's it. But so we see you next week. It's your girl, Lex DMUA.
Jeffrey Taylor for JeffreyShowLive.
And we out.